we'll get started with a standing meditation just to sort of ground ourselves into the body. Start in any comfortable standing position. I like sort of, it's like a habit for me to bring the feet together. I like to bring the big toes to touch and the heels are slightly separate. You can also bring the heels together to touch if that feels good for you. Maybe you stand with your feet hip width, or maybe even a little bit wider if you like more of a broad foundation this morning. That's totally cool. One thing we want to make sure of is that the toes are pointing forward, so all 10 toes are pointing straight forward. And then check it out, try to make the outside edges of your feet parallel to the outside edges of the mat. So not necessarily worrying about the inside edges, but look at the outside edges, the pinky toe side of your foot. Make sure those edges are parallel to each other and parallel to the sides of the mat, however you choose to stand. Good. Close down the eyes for just a moment. If it doesn't feel good to close down the eyes, then you can just look downward at the floor. Take a big breath in through your nose. Feel it in your belly. Open your mouth, exhale. One more like that. Big inhale through your nose. Sip it in. Big, big breath. Once you think you're full, can you take in another little sip of air? And then again, open your mouth, maybe even horse lips. Good, and then sealing the lips, just breathe in and out through your nose. Bring your awareness back down to your feet. So feeling the ground underneath your feet. Notice where the weight lands in your feet. Are you leaning forward into the balls of the feet? Maybe leaning a little bit into the future, wondering what's going to happen during practice, what's going to happen during your day. Or maybe you find your weight a little too far backwards on your heels, sort of staying in the past or dwelling on things that happened this morning or yesterday. See if you can find a balance between those two, equalizing the weight in the front and the bottom half, or the front and the back half of the feet. So all four corners of the feet are rooting down equally. We feel the weight spread evenly across the sole of the foot. Grounded right in this present moment. Good, and from this grounded present stance, we'll begin to incorporate some of the Ujjayi pranayama. So we've all done it before. Let's inhale and exhale through the nose. Again, keeping the eyes closed if that's comfortable, and keep your face relaxed. So as we begin to focus on making this sound with our breath, and begin to focus on inhaling a little deeper and exhaling a little deeper, sometimes that focus can manifest as some tension, specifically in my experience in the face, like in the brows and the jaw clenching. So as we find this concentration on the breath, also allow there to be a sense of ease and relaxation, softness, specifically in the face. Notice how this standing breathing meditation might feel a little different than what we usually do on our seats. All right, now again, make sure the weight is even on all four corners of the feet. Let's pull up the kneecaps to engage the quads. And visualize a breath pulling in from the feet. So you pull the breath in from the floor, fill all the way up into the chest. Big inhale. And then open your mouth, exhale. Let it go. Pull the belly button to the spine. See if you can push every drop of air out. And next inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Keep your eyes closed. Hands touch, and then exhale slowly. Bring the hands down through heart center to Anjali Mudra. And you can blink your eyes open. Take a look around your space, cultivating gratitude for the space that you have to practice. And Welcome to your practice. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. We'll start with a round of sun breaths. So keeping your feet as they are. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And then exhale, push the walls away from you as your arms float down. And that's it, simple as that. Inhaling, reaching the arms up. Imagine like you're painting a big circle. And exhaling, again, visualize that circle as you push the walls away and let the arms go down. Adding on, you can inhale, look up at your hands at the top of the breath, palms touch. Exhaling, looking forward, the jaw, the chin is parallel with the floor. Adding on even more if you wish. Inhale, reaching up, looking up, and lifting up onto the tippy toes. Exhale, slow and controlled, relax the heels, look forward, arms down. Let's do 4 more, however you like to do it. You can do any variations. We're just inhaling to reach the arms up. Maybe you add the feet, maybe you add the gaze. And exhaling to reach the arms down. Really, we're just linking the movement with the breath. That's the purpose of this. So really feel that inhale, fueling the arms to go up. And then feel the exhale, relaxing the arms down towards the floor. 2 more. Deepest breaths yet. Fill up into the belly. Stretch up. You can even think about a little baby back bend at the top. And exhale, slowly coming down. Once you think you're empty, can you push out 5% more air? Last one. The deepest, the longest, the fullest, the most enjoyable breath you've taken yet. And exhale, the deepest, the longest, the slowest, most relaxing breath you've taken yet. Good. Let's do Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Keep your feet where they are. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. We're not gonna hold for a full minute this time, and you can choose your grip. Traditionally, it's steeple grip. I just like to grab hold of the wrist. So I'm gonna grab the left wrist with the right hand. Take a big inhale, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, push the hips to the right, and lean, or push the hips to the left rather. Lean the upper body over to the right. So it's a big side body stretch for the left side. Be careful not to thrust your ribs out in front of you. Allow your ribs to sort of rest on your belly. The sternum is slightly downward. So think about sinking the sternum so we're not thrusting out through the front of the body. We want to imagine like we're in a toaster here. So from the side, you're completely flat. So our butts aren't out, our butts are tucked up and in, the ribs aren't flaring, but they're nice and contracted. Everything is nice and centered in towards the spine. And then breathe into the left side of the body. Lift the chin slightly. Keep the legs really strong. And then maybe you invite in a little more depth. Push the hips a little more to the left. Lean to the right for 3. Keep breathing for 2. And 1. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, take a cactus. And then inhale, now grabbing the right wrist with the left hand. Exhale, let's take it over to the other side. So pushing the hips now to the right side of the hips goes to the right, and then the upper body leans and stretches and lifts and lengthens up and over to the left. So it's not about how far you can go. Think about the length. We're really creating space between the bones of the ribs, creating space between the bones of the spine, creating space in the intercostal muscles, the muscles around the rib cage, around the lungs. And allows us to take deeper breaths, which can then nourish the muscles even more with that beautiful prana, that beautiful oxygen in the breath. So keeping your nice alignment here, remember guts and butts in. So pull everything into the center line, strong legs, steady audible breath in and out through the nose. Go a little deeper for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, draw yourself up. Now a few cactuses. Exhale, look up, cactus the arms. Good, nice and easy here. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, lean back, cactus. A few more. Inhale. Strong legs. Exhale, keep your legs strong. Push the hips forward, straight legs. Inhale. And exhale, last one. Let's hold it. You can let the head go all the way back if that feels good for you. Take 3, keep breathing. 2, strengthen the core. And 1, inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, hands through heart center, diving down for forward fold. Woo! And then just let this forward fold feel real nice. We just did some work for the lower back, for the shoulders, so let there be a release there in the lumbar spine. You can take some deep squats if you like, maybe walking out the legs. And then we're gonna set up for one set of forward fold. I'm going to cue some different variations for bound forward folds, but if you don't want to take any binds, feels a little too early for that, that's okay, you don't need to. First variation is the Bikram style, Parahastasana, so the toes and heels are together, slide the hands underneath the feet from the back, so we're scooping up the heels, forearms wrap the calves, bend the knees, and then connecting the belly onto the thighs as so. Another option, separate the feet hip width distance, slide the hands underneath the feet from the front for a different variation of Parahastasana, Ashtanga style, also called gorilla pose. You can also loop the big toes, maybe holding onto the ankles, really anything. You can also even just take a ragdoll here. The point of this is just to get some decompression through the vertebrae. So we just stretched to the right, we stretch to the left, we stretch backwards. So now we're just taking a nice forward stretch, making space in the back of the spine. Bending the knees generously. You can find stillness here or movement. Maybe swaying side to side, walking out one leg, then the other. Wherever you go, be there with breath, right? Inhaling and exhaling, slow and steady through your nose. Good. And then release your hands from wherever they are. Bring your hands to your shins. Everybody, hands to the shins. And then straighten your elbows and pull your shoulders back so it's like we're reaching the heart forward. Really flat spine. Even think of like a back bending sensation here. Really reaching the heart forward. This is our halfway lift. Take one more inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Let the head go. Now plant the hands at the top of the mat. Step the feet back to a high plank position. And for high plank, I just mean we're on the hands. So if your high plank is on your knees, that's okay. High plank just means you're on the hands as opposed to on the elbows like a forearm plank. So you can take your high plank from the feet or from the knees. One thing I see often is the hips dipping down. So if you're taking it from the feet, make sure that the hips are in line with the shoulders. So the spine is flat. And then another thing is we often let the shoulders retract. So it's like we're sort of pushing the floor away from us. Can there be flatness in the upper back instead of a little divot or a little U shape? Whew, nice long plank here. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, let's lower down knees, chest, and chin. So this is 8 pointed stack, Ashtanga Dandasana. We have our chin, our chest, our hands, our knees, and our feet touching. So there's 8 points touching. Take another inhale here. Exhale here. And then inhale, roll onto your belly for baby cobra pose. We'll take a few breaths. Keep your hands where they are. See if you can draw your elbows in towards the spine. Straighten the legs and see if you can lift the knees off the ground, but keep the feet down. Good. Elbows in. Take one more inhale. And then exhale slowly, making your way back to down dog. Coming through a tabletop, or maybe you push up through high plank. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Just to breathe. You can find stillness here in this down dog, or if you like to walk it out for the first one, feel free. Take the dog for a little walk, maybe wagging your tail. Shake the head yes and no. Anything that feels good, so long as you're there with breath, it's happening. All right, inhale, look forward, take a little walk, or maybe a step, or maybe if you feel ready, you take a hop to the top of your mat, and then bring your hands to your shins, or maybe fingertips this time if that feels good. Try to find that halfway lift, heart forward, shoulders back, pull the belly button in, and then exhale to forward fold, let it go. Good, slowly inhale, roll yourself up. Chin is the last thing to lift. Maybe you go for a nice reach. Exhale, Samasthiti, relax the arms by your sides. You can close your eyes for a moment. Just scan the body. How does it feel? It doesn't take much to really have an effect on the physical body, the energetic body, even the mental body, the thoughts can be pretty profoundly impacted by just a few moments of mindful movement accompanied by breath. Utkatasana now, we're going to do A, B, and C. So warming up the arms and the legs. The warm-up sequence of the 26 and 2 is an amazingly full body, or amazingly sequenced full body workout or stretch. We really get access to every part of the body just in the first 3 poses. So we're going to do the second one right now, strengthening the shoulders and the whole arms, as well as the hips and the whole legs. So we're targeting the limbs here. Utkatasana, take the fingers zipped up, and the hands are at shoulder height. So if you have a mirror in front of you like I do, take a look, make sure your hands are right at shoulder height. And if you can't see that, just try to feel it. Fingers zipped up. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulders back. And then exhale, sit down and back. Utkatasana A. Make sure your knees don't knock in or out. We want them in line with the hips and ankles. Feet are parallel. Without moving your legs, can you energetically pull them away from one another? So it's like your feet are digging into the mat, trying to rip your mat in 2. Sit a little bit lower, lift the heart for 3, arching the back for 2 and 1. Inhale, come up onto your tippy toes. Hands stay at shoulder height, shoulders stay retracted, fingers zipped up. Good, this is your pose here. I'm staying here today. If you want to go a little bit further, begin to poke the knees forward, sinking the hips down towards the heels, but as we do that, we're not leaning forward and we're not leaning back. So keep the spine long as you move through, poking just the knees forward and keep it about your feet. Stretch the feet, lift the heels for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lift yourself up onto tippy toes. Exhale, release the heels down, but keep the arms strong. You can do it. Knock the knees together. Let the heels pop up just slightly. Tuck the tailbone under here. So pushing the hips slightly forward, tuck the tailbone here, and then use the squeeze of the inner thighs to lower yourself down, keeping the shoulders above the hips. So leaning back, retracting the shoulder blades, open through the heart, squeeze the inner thighs, and breathe for 3, for 2, and 1. Very nice. Inhale, up you go. Exhale, release. Back to Samasthiti here, standing Shavasana. And we'll take another sun salutation. So inhaling, reaching the arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Really feel the leg. Commit to the leg. Exhaling to plant the hands, step back to a high plank. Let's take it slow. Inhale, engage your high plank. Strong legs, strong arms. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, elbows in, just come down halfway. And then inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Good. For the second down dog, I challenge you to explore stillness. So the only thing moving is the breath. And that includes the eyes. Don't look around here. Find your drishti, that gazing point, that focal point, and focus. Spreading the fingers, strong hands, grounding down, spreading the toes, strong feet, grounding down to lift the hips. And then take one more full inhale. Stay here for the full exhale. All the air comes out. Inhale, step hop or walk forward. Halfway lift position. See if you can do it on the same inhale. Reach your heart forward. Think of that almost a back bending sensation. Exhale to forward fold. And then inhale, roll yourself up. Chin is the last thing to lift. Maybe you take the reach. Exhale, Samasthiti. All right, we're going to do one more pose, the last of the warm-up. Well, we're going to do lots more poses. One more pose in the warm-up sequence of our little 26 and 2 inspired vinyasa. So it's eagle pose. For this one, we target the big joints of the body. So shoulders, elbows, wrists, hips, knees, and ankles. Getting a nice flush. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, now swing your right arm underneath your left, finding your round for eagle. Again, I think you all know, traditionally it looks something like this. You can bring hand to hand. But if you are compromising your alignment for that wrap, then I just encourage you to grab the shoulders. So whatever works for you, try to make sure your elbows, your wrists are lined up in the center. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, keep the chest lifted as you sink the hips. Bending the knees, the right leg will come up and over, wrapping once, maybe twice around that left leg. Like I said, it's about the compression. So squeeze your arms together and elbows down, stretching the backs of the shoulders. Squeeze your legs together, compressing through the groin, the inner thighs. Sit a little bit lower, give it all you got. Squeeze for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, big flush, fresh blood coursing through the body. Exhale, other side, left arm swings underneath. Establish the grip in the upper body. Doesn't matter what it looks like, make sure it feels good. Inhale. And exhale, down you go. And the left leg will come up and over this time. Don't be afraid to sit low. Get real low in that standing leg. It'll make the wrap easier. And when you get a deeper wrap, you can get more compression. You can squeeze harder. So sit low, squeeze hard. Really focus not on the balance, but on the compression. The inner thighs squeezing together. The elbows, the shoulders, the arms squeezing together for 3. Sit low for 2 and 1. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, let's flow. Forward fold, coming all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the spine, retract the shoulders. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back. Top of a push-up, so high plank position. Inhale here, strong plank. Exhale, elbows in, chaturanga. Inhale, flip to the tops of the feet. Keep the knees off the ground. Strong legs for upward dog. Exhale, rolling or stepping over the feet. Downward facing dog. Come back to the breath. Strong hands, strong feet. Externally rotating the shoulders here, so the shoulders away from the ears. The crease of the elbow points forward, but don't rotate your hands for that. So keep your middle fingers pointing straight forward and rotate the upper arms so that the inside edge of the elbow points forward. Good, ironing out the wrinkles of the breath. Take one more smooth inhale. Smooth exhale all the way out. And then smoothly ride the inhale to the top of the mat, halfway lift position. Stepping, walking, hopping, and exhale to forward fold. Good, bend the knees slightly, inhale, roll yourself up, reaching the arms up, take a big stretch, maybe even a little back bend. And exhale, relax the hands through heart center, down by your sides for someone to the heat. Good, and we can take a little splash of water here. That was first 3 poses of the 26 and 2 sequence with a couple of vinyasas added in. So feeling nice and open, we're going to move into some separate leg postures next. Skipping the balancing sequence. We'll do another balancing pose later after our separate leg poses. So for the separate leg, I'm going to stick with the 26 and 2. We're going to do a Trikonasana type pose. We're going to do a wide-legged forward fold, and then we'll do some pyramid or forehead to knee stuff. So starting at the top of the mat, we'll get there with the vinyasa. Take a big inhale, reach the arms up, full breath in. And now slowly, go slow, mindfully exhaling all the way down. Can you make the breath last for the whole movement? Inhale, halfway lift. Again, moving slow, breathing slow. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping or hopping back. And for this one, you can move through a chaturanga flow, or from now on, all of those vinyasas are optional. So the chaturanga, the up dog, you don't have to mess with that if you don't want to. Just meet a stepping down dog, that's all good. All right, we'll start with the left side first. So from downward facing dog, inhale, without moving your right foot, lift your left leg high. Reach that left leg up, pushing through the heel. Hold here for 3. Keep breathing, lift that leg up for 2. And 1. Exhaling, slowly bring the left foot, plant it forward between the hands. And then inhale, come up for a high lunge pose, just real quick. So we're not sealing down the right heel. The right heel is still lifted. Lunge deep into your left leg. Big stretch for the right hip flexor. Inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Now the left or the right heel plants, opening up. Good. Keep the left knee stacked above the left ankle. Inhale, reach forward, and when you can't reach any further, turn your palms and just move your arms. So we're not collapsing in the side body. We don't want this top side body round and the other side body collapsed. We rather want them both lengthening in a straight line, so we just move the arms. Look down at the bottom hand, or maybe up at the top hand. Ignite the back leg and listen to your breath here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come to warrior 2. Straighten that left leg. Pivot the toes to face the side of the mat. And then look down. You can take your hands to your hips. Make sure your feet are in a nice line, so the heels are lined up. Take the arms back out. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Good. This first set of forward folds, I'll just let you hang out. So just enjoy. You can take any movements that feel good for you. Maybe swaying a little bit side to side. Even taking some side squats. Maybe you use your hands to help deepen the fold. Whatever feels good. It doesn't matter. Just breathe. Getting the head below the heart. That's what we're doing here. So as long as you have that, you're all good. All right, now everybody bring your hands to the floor, sort of by either side of your face. And then inhale, straighten the arms to halfway lift position. Exhale, stay here, bring your hands to your hips. And then inhale, push your hips down and back to lift your chest. Good. Bend the right knee, pivot the left, my bad. Coming back to warrior 2 on the left. Good. And then inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, let's circle it down, planting the hands, step the left foot back, and then again, optional vinyasa flow here. So if you want to move through, definitely feel free, or just meeting in downward dog. Good, from down dog, keep the left leg planted, don't move the left foot. Inhale, right leg lifts. Hold it there, straighten the leg, push the heel out into infinity. Strong arms for 3, 2, 1. Inhale here and exhale to bring the foot forward, planting it between the hands. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, high lunge pose. Strong back leg, even stronger in the front leg, lunging deep. Big stretch for the left quad, the left hip flexor this time. Take an inhale here to lengthen the spine. Exhale, keep the spine lengthened as you open to warrior 2. Good. Notice if you want to lean forward, can you take the shoulders back above the hips? All right, Trikonasana, or hot triangle pose. Inhale, reach the arms. When you can't reach any further, tick-tock the hands to 6 and 12. Beautiful, and then you steady your gaze up or maybe down, but don't look around. Steady gaze helps you focus. Steady breath acts as an anchor to keep you in this moment. And don't be afraid to go deep into the front lunge. Push your hips slightly forward and excite the back leg. Pull up on the left kneecap for 5, 4, breathing, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, warrior 2. Good, straighten the front leg, pivot the toes to face the side, and then we'll go into that nice forward fold. Make sure your heels are lined up, feet are parallel. If you like, you can slightly pigeon toe the feet, so the big toes are pointed slightly inward. And again, you can take the second set however you like, or if you want to take it a little deeper, go ahead and scoop up the ankles or even the feet with the hands. So we're going from the outside of the feet and using the arm strength to pull your chest, pull your rib cage closer to the floor. So we're not letting the head hang this time, rather looking at the floor right between the feet as if we're trying to pull the forehead to plant on the mat right between the 2 big toes. And think about lengthening the spine downward. Shoulders lift away from the floor, away from the ears as you reach the sternum, the chest, the rib cage down towards the floor. Lean forward into the balls of the feet, but keep the toes relaxed. And now focus on the breath, breathing into the back of the heart. Good, take one more full inhale. Stay here as you exhale, pull yourself even deeper. Good, release your hands, inhale, halfway lift. So pushing your hands into the floor in front of you. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips, stay in a halfway lift. And then inhale, strong legs, push your hips down to lift yourself up. Good, let's come back to warrior 2, over to the right. Finding that solid position, take your time. Inhale, reverse warrior, big stretch. Exhale, circle the hands to the mat, step the right foot back. Meeting in downward facing dog. Again, it doesn't matter how you like to get there, just do it with breath. Good, exhaling completely. And then inhale, let's all take a hop this time. Inhaling to jump forward, doesn't matter how far you hop. Try to find a halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Good, inhale, come all the way up, reaching the arms, looking up. Exhale, Samasthiti. All right, now we're gonna do Padasvantanasana or pyramid pose. Or in the 26 and 2 lineage, it's a lot longer name. We call it Bandhamana Vibhaktapada Janu Shirshasana, which translates to standing separately, forehead to knee. So we're going to step out a little bit narrower this time, tee up the arms, and we have a few options here. If you want, you can take reverse namaskar, so you try to get your palms together behind you. I can't quite do it, so I like to grab the elbows, and that's a nice variation. Or you can keep your hands completely unbound. If you just want some extra opening through the shoulders, then go ahead and grab the elbows, or take reverse namaskar. And then we'll pivot to the right this time. Might as well do the left first sometimes, the right first sometimes. So let's go to the right first. Pivot all 10 toes to the right. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, forward fold. And I'll give you options here. So one style of this pose is the traditional Ashtanga style. We have our hands bound up behind us, and we look right at the big toe. So it's more about lengthening the spine. If you want to take a more compressive posture with more benefits for the throat and for the front side of the body, then you go ahead and tuck the chin and take the forehead as close as you can towards the knee. So it's really just depending on what you like. If you want to get that squeeze compression through the front, or if you want to feel some length through the back, you choose. Just breathing, feel the stretch in the right hamstring. And then can you shift some of the weight forward into the right foot and feel with that the right hip shifts backwards as the left hip shifts forward, squaring off the hips. You're going to take one more inhale and then stay here for the exhale. Pull up on your kneecaps. Inhale, strong legs lift you up. You're going to exhale, come back through center. Now, if your hands are bound up behind you, if you have opposite elbows, switch which forearm is on top. So just switching it up. If your hands are interlaced behind you, then switch. Whatever asymmetrical thing you're doing, switch it up so we get balance on both sides. And then we'll pivot all 10 toes now to the left. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Again, you can look right at the big toe for the long spine version. Or if you want to invite some roundness in, take that compression, go ahead and tuck the chin to the chest, forehead to knee. And your hands, again, can be wherever they feel most comfortable. This pose is really about a nice stretch for the legs. Again, shifting the weight slightly forward into the left foot. The left hip will draw back. The right hip will draw forward. Take one more inhale. Exhale, stay. And then strong legs, strong kneecaps. Inhale, roll yourself up. And then exhale, step your right foot to meet your left, or your left to meet your right, whatever lands you at the top of your mat. Good, and we'll do our last standing posture. Staying true to 26 and 2, we're going to do tree pose. So any variation of tree pose that you like, you can take the foot to the inner left calf, you can take the foot to the inner left thigh, or maybe you even start with the other side. That's okay, it doesn't matter which side we start on. We're going to do both. As you all know, traditionally, the half lotus is the traditional tree variation for 26 and 2. So if that feels good for you, go ahead and take that. You can bring your hands to heart center. Maybe you'd like to grow your branches. Feel the wind blowing through your leaves. Feel the stability of your standing leg, your strong tree trunk. You can even visualize roots sprouting out from the sole of that grounded foot, really securing you into your place. Steady gaze, audible breath. Find stability, find sweetness. Good. Draw your hands to heart center if they're not there already. And take a big inhale. And all together, exhale, let's release and switch it out. Stay focused as you transition to the other side. Again, strongly place your standing foot into the ground. It's a firm connection. You can really visualize the tree or the trunk of a tree, really how it's not just planted on the ground, but it becomes a part of the ground. You can feel that with your standing foot. Visualize that. Your foot merging into the earth. So you have no chance of falling. You're stable, you're solid. Grow your branches. Allow the breath to represent or symbolize the wind blowing through your leaves. What does it feel like? Be a tree. Be a tree. And draw your hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Ooh, nice. Shake it out a little bit. Shake the hands. Shake the legs. Shake the shoulders. If that feels good, just giving some of that extra energy moving. And then we're going to transition onto the floor with one last nice vinyasa. And we're going to do some spinal strengtheners. So, as you're ready, come into the top of your mat. This is going to be the last time that we're standing in this class. So enjoy this last standing flow. We've done a few of them before, so your body will be familiar. Just try to not think too much. Enjoy the movement fueled by the breath. Inhaling to reach up, stretch the front side of the body. And exhaling again, enjoy the way down. Now stretching the back of the legs, the back of the spine. Inhale, halfway lift. See if you can stretch both the back and the front side of the torso straight forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back. Optional vinyasa flow. Meeting in downward facing dog. Ride the breath. Wherever you go there with breath. Full inhales and full exhales. Good. Inhale, come back forward, high plank. Exhale, resist all the way down. So elbows in, come slowly onto the ground, onto your belly. Take a splash of water if you wish. All right. And then the hands, we're going to start with Bhujangasana. We're not going to do all the spinal strengtheners, we're just going to do the good ones. So hands are underneath the shoulders, elbows towards the body, towards the spine, and then zip up the legs. Toes and heels are touching. Push the tops of the feet into the ground so much that the kneecaps lift. Exhale and inhale for Cobra Pose, Bhujangasana. Not using the hands, the arms here, using the legs and the lower back. Lift the chest. Press the shoulders, elbows in for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale. Take a cheek to the mat, hands by your sides. Let the feet relax. Take a breath or two. Cleansing breath. In and out through the nose. If you need to release some heat, open your mouth as you exhale. All right, Purna Shalabhasana, full locust pose. Chin comes back to center. Zip up the legs, toes and heels are touching. Tee up the arms, so straight out from the shoulders. We all have the space, right? So not a little bit forward, not a little bit back, but straight out from the shoulders. Exhale, big exhale, push all the air out. Inhale, fly into Purna Shalabhasana, full locust pose. Keep your feet together if you can. It makes it so much harder. You build so much more strength. So feet together, knees and legs together. Straightening the legs as much as you can. See if you can lift your hands higher than your shoulders. Look up. Keep breathing. Depress the shoulders away from the ears for 3. Strong legs. Shaking is good for 2. And 1. Slowly, slowly, slowly build strength as you release. Take the opposite cheek to the mat, hands by your sides, and breathe. Last one, down Vinyasa, floor bow. If you don't feel ready for floor bow, you don't have to take it. You can take Purna Shalabhasana again, so that nice flying pose that we just did. If you're ready for bow, chin comes to center, bend the knees, grab the feet. Outside edges of the ankles, or the tops of the feet. And then draw the knees closer towards each other. Knees within hip width distance. Another little trick you can use if you want is bring the big toes to touch and keep them touching for the whole pose, just to ensure that we're keeping equally through both right and left leg. Exhale. Inhale, the legs take you into the pose. Feel the quads fire up to take yourself into the pose. We're not engaging the upper body for this back bend, we're using the lower body to pull the upper body into this opening. So really feel it in your strong legs. That'll not only help you deepen the back bend, but it'll help you support the back bend so we can do it safely. Knees in, big toes touching, lift, kick for 3. Give it your all, keep breathing, relax the face for 2, and 1. Now very slowly, release down, release the feet, and take your chin to the mat, or you can make a little pillow with your forehead. So not taking a cheek this time. Keep the spine straight, keep the spine centered. All right, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, push yourself up and back into a seat. So we're landing on the heels in this sort of Virasana position. And we're going to move into Ustrasana, camel pose. So we just did some nice opening, some strengthening for the back side. So we're going to take it into a nice deep back bend. And as always, take it only to the level that serves you. You don't have to catch your feet. That's not what the pose is about. The pose is about feeling the stretch, feeling the space across the front side. So we can open up our hearts and let some love in as well as let some love out. That's really what it's about. So not attaching to catching the feet, rather focusing on opening the front side. Come up onto your knees. You can bring your 2 fists together between your knees to measure up the correct distance. And then bring your hands to your hips. You can stay right here. Feel a sort of backwards tilt of the pelvis. So we push the hips forward. The pelvis is slightly tilted backwards. And then pushing the hips forward, lengthening the lower back. Again, try to feel this in the upper back. Focus more on the front side of the body than the back side. So it's not about the back bending, it's about the stretching, the opening in the front. You can let the head go all the way back. Breathe here, take your elbows in towards the center, as always. Good. If the hips are still stacked above the knees, and if everything feels good, maybe you reach back and catch the feet. Just breathe here, maybe 2 more deep breaths. Full inhale, full exhale. And a full inhale, stay for the full exhale. And slowly, slowly begin to release. Pushing your hips down to lift the torso up. Take a nice seat, down on your heels. Stay lifted. Keep the chest lifted, keep the shoulders relaxed. Allow the resonance of camel pose to sort of reverberate through your body. Feel the sensations, the thoughts, anything that comes comes up, maybe a memory or an emotion, just breathing through it. Take Janu Shirshasana from here. So we're just going to shift onto our sits bones. However you'd like to get there. You can take your legs off to one side. Maybe you want to flow through a last vinyasa if that is really calling out for you. Definitely take that, sort of rinsing out that camel pose. And then we'll be getting ready for the final stretch here. So just a few more seated poses. We'll do a few poses on our back as well. Good. Right leg out, left knee in, or left foot in, left knee is bent. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. And now twist towards the right. And exhale, fold over the right leg. You can take the hands to the knee, the shin, the ankle. Maybe, just maybe you catch the foot. It's not, again, it's not about catching the foot. For this one, we're focusing on the lower back and the hips. It's a beautiful, beautiful pose for the low back and the hips. That whole region, getting some nice opening, which doesn't exactly counter all the sitting that we do, but it gives us some awareness of how to sit correctly. So we don't want to be sitting in a slouched pelvis posture, but it's nice to have a little bit of an untucking of the pelvis for these poses. And so we are stretching forward, which is kind of, what we're trying to undo with all this yoga, all that, forward stretching motion that we do. But when we take these forward folds and when we do them with awareness, with consciousness, then we can more easily detect when in our everyday lives, we're not doing the correct postures, when we're slouching more or having, bad pains in the lower back or in the hips. And we know how to correct them when we practice good form and forward folds. So that's why we do these folds. Keeping the chest reaching forward is a long spine variation, or if you'd like, you can tuck the chin to the chest, forehead to knee. Good. Take a full inhale. Again, you're going to stay here as you exhale. You might even pull yourself deeper. And then release. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, twist, other side. So left hand or right hand comes to the left knee, left hand back. You can stay here, or if you want to lift the sits bones briefly, take the left hand back, keep it back, roll on to the left shin, and then lifting the hips. Nice back bend, nice side body opener. You can draw some big circles with the top hand if you like. When you're ready, an exhale will slowly bring you down to the mat. Good, and then we'll switch it out. Left leg goes long, right foot comes to the inner left thigh. Good, grounding through the sits bones. Inhale, reach up, interlace the fingers, twist, and fold as you exhale, directly over the left leg. Good. If you need to bend the left leg, that's totally okay. Remember, it doesn't matter which part of the leg that you catch. What matters is the sensation in the lower back. So feel that. Send your awareness to, for me, it's the right side of the lower back and the top of the right hip. So sort of where the lower back and the hip connect. Feeling those muscles stretch. Allowing those muscles to receive some beautiful oxygenated blood, some nourishment from the breath. Even just bringing your awareness down into that spot and feeling it can be extremely healing, even if you're not stretching or breathing, just being aware. And then when we add the stretch and the breath, it's like, the trifecta. What could go wrong? And keep breathing here just a few more moments. Maybe you enjoy a nice stretching sensation in the left hamstring as well. Very nice. Inhale, let's release. Reach the arms up. And then exhale, we'll twist. Keep the legs as they are. Left hand to right knee, right hand back. Stay here, or if you took it on the other side, let's go for that lift. Rolling onto the right shin. Right hand stays down. Just invite some space, invite some breath into the front and the side of the body. Exhale, slowly release. All right, now let's shake it out a little bit. Lift the sits bones a few times. All right, and then we're gonna take one more symmetrical forward fold, and I'll give you the choice. We have 3 options. Anything that is symmetrical beyond those 3 options is also an option. So here's the 3 options that I will give you. Baddha Konasana, so both soles of the feet are touching, the hips are open, the knees go out. Upavista Konasana, just wide angle pose. Or Paschimottanasana, the feet come together. So whatever would feel best for you. This is the traditional pose for 26 and 2. However, it's sometimes nice to get some extra hip openers. There's not a whole lot of external hip rotation in the 26 and 2 sequence. So I really like to take an Upavista or that Baddha Konasana if that feels good. So whatever works for you, just make sure the 2 sides of your body are parallel. Inhale, create space. And maybe you stay seated, or maybe you exhale, take that space that you created and take yourself forward in it. Reaching the hands forward. And again, I'll leave it up to you. You can work with a long spine here, trying to cast the sternum forward, the shoulders back, looking forward, or maybe you just relax. Take a more restorative variation, rounding the spine. Maybe the forehead even comes to touch the ground or the feet, wherever, depending on what position. Good, and then inhale, slowly roll yourself up. Chin is the last thing to lift. Take a moment, you can shake it out a little more if you like. And then we're gonna find ourselves on our seats, or on our backs. So as you're ready, just shifting down. You can take a last splash of water if you need. We only have a few more minutes, so we're gonna wrap it up. All right, let's do bridge pose. One last back bend. Bend the knees. The feet are on the ground close to the hips, close to the glutes. Try to feel that the feet are parallel. We can't see them, so just try to feel that the feet are parallel, all 10 toes pointing forward. Press the palms into the mat. With an inhale, you'll lift the hips. And then you can keep the palms and the feet pressing down with force, really strengthening the arms and the legs. Maybe you interlace the fingers underneath you, shimmy the shoulder blades together. Really feel it in the quads here. Like any back bends, we want to strengthen the legs to support it. So feel it in the legs, pushing your feet down to lift the hips. Either closing the eyes or looking straight down at your chest. And feel it in the glutes, the thighs, the hamstrings. Bending the back for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release down the upper back, rolling down mid-back. Curl the tailbone under as you release all the way down. And then pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big, big squeeze. See how small you can get here. So curl your chin to the chest as well. Maybe even taking forehead towards the knees. Knees come together. Really get tiny. Squeeze. Good, and then we'll keep this right knee in. Let the left leg go long. Take a breath or 2, Pavamuktasana, wind removing pose. And one thing I just learned the other day I've been playing with, I really love it. You can inhale here, and then exhale, curl your nose up towards the knee. Get even more compression through the front side. Take one more breath. Exhale, gently release the head and shoulders back down. Take the left hand to the right knee and guide the knee across the body. Nice supine twist. Tee out the right arm, look to the right. Just a few breaths here. How quickly can you come into a relaxed position? Let the arms and legs go limp. Good. Inhaling, release this pose, curl both knees into the chest. Again, briefly squeeze into a teeny tiny ball. And then we'll keep this left knee in, allow the right leg to go long. Take a breath or two here. Big belly breaths. We're massaging out the digestive organs here. If you like, you can inhale, exhale, nose to knee, lifting. Inhale here. Exhale, release and twist. So take the left knee now to the right side of the body. Using your right hand as a guide. Tee out the left arm. Look to the left and relax completely. Just a few breaths. Very good. Initiate the movement from your core. Feel your core engage as you slowly release. And then we'll take one last, just quick, like happy baby, or if you want to curl into another little ball really quick, we're just going to neutralize the spine. So you find some motion, some rolling it out a little bit, come back to center after we twist. And then as you're ready, release into final Shavasana. I encourage you, let your arms out wide, palms face up. So letting the armpits breathe. And then even let the legs separate greater than mat width distance. So it's kind of like a starfish pose. We're just opening, letting the legs and the arms breathe. You can slightly tuck the chin. And this is Shavasana. This is really what we came for, right? This is where we get all the goods. Release the effort of breath. You don't need to try for your breath anymore. Release any and all holding or engagement of the muscles. We'll take 2 minutes in absorption. So enjoy, absorb. Take a big inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. A few more like that, deepening the breath. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth or the nose. Good. With your next inhale, reach your arms up overhead. So a nice big first morning stretch. You can wiggle it out a little bit, shaking, stretching side to side. Just feel the space. Good. Roll over onto one side. So find yourself in the fetal position. Use your bottom arm as a bicep, or use your bottom bicep as a pillow. Good. And just sort of feel the transition from your back onto your side. Relax your face. your neck, your jaw. And lazily use your arm strength. Push your hands into the mat to lift yourself up into a comfortable seat. Take your time. Stay relaxed without building tension. We transition just to a comfortable seat. Again, doesn't matter what it looks like. And we went a few minutes over time, but I know you all are super chill, so thank you for being so go with the flow. I'm super glad I was able to sub today. Beautiful to share this practice with you, and amazing that all of you have contributed what you have with your breath and with your movement. Even though we're not together in the same space, it's still, putting that intention out there into the universe. We're trying to breathe, we're trying to move, we're trying to stay grounded, and that's intention is all that matters. So thank you for sharing that with me. It's always a privilege and an honor to witness and to be here, so thank you. The light in me sees, the light in you. Namaste.